Good morning, everyone. This is Charlie Veach outside Salford City Council Civic Centre headquarters here in Salford, obviously. Thank you, everyone, for continuing to be part of the conversation and all the comments and all the views. And I'd just like to celebrate a very important milestone that I passed this morning. I finally passed 1 million minutes watched per month on my channel. So what that means is that any moment, right now or whenever, there's always someone somewhere on the planet watching one of my videos. And I've looked at the Google Analytics, and there's viewers in Saudi Arabia, Bhutan, the Faroe Islands, Tanzania, Somalia, and I wonder how many of these views are serving British or American servicemen abroad, or how many of them are actually local Somalis. Hopefully a pirate, you never know. Big fan of piracy, big fan of the traditional pirate and the kind of Pirates of the Caribbean sense, as well as the modern torrent pirating. Because there's a massive difference between, very quick tangent here, massive difference between having a file and inventing a mirror duplicate file than there is from stealing that original file so that it no longer exists. I've just been filming some cash delivery vans by G4S, and I can't remember the other name, Loomis. It's got a big pyramid on the symbol. And funnily enough, the G4S van had all the details of where all the G4S money delivery vans will be today in Greater Manchester, which I thought was very interesting. So for the public interest, to show that G4S, not only did they fuck up the Olympics, they also cannot keep all their cash delivery rotas secret, which, you know, it could be valuable to people who want to raid a van today. A few more local points. It's been over 4 years now of me making these videos under the banner of Everything is Okay, or Love Police, or just my name. And it's very rare now in Britain for me or people to be stopped filming by the police in a public area. And I think this is a great thing. I mean, if we're going to be unified and think about, you know, the greater, bigger picture, it's very nice now that through just force of argument and through just, I guess, endless videos like this one, where, you know, people might want to stop you filming, it's nice that the police now have been trained or finally respect the law enough to not harass people and throw their balls around and try and stop them filming. So anyway, I've tried to write down a few points now, so let me just get my notes on my phone here so I can try and talk about a few things in order. Because I got a lot of criticism on a recent video that it was just unstructured consciousness stream. And I'll tell you why I'm a big fan of the unstructured consciousness stream. It's because I do believe that there is something very, very special scientifically happening in the brain in terms of quantum computing and in terms of logic gates, in terms of something being on, off, or both, like Schrödinger's cat. And if the brain is a quantum computer, how better way to exercise it than to try and come up with things, to conjure up things, novelty, interesting new things off the cuff. Because, yeah, I feel that the spontaneous moment is lost if I write down too many things past notes, if I just read out things, which is why in my 550 or so videos, there's only about 5, maybe 10, where I'm actually reading things out. So my first topic, which I got off my phone here, is how I believe, a strong word, believe, that the beginnings of civilization and domestication of people and animals happened as a collection of beta humans. And I say this in the alpha, beta, gamma, kind of Darwinian sense of alpha males, alpha females, beta males, beta females. And that the ideas of civilization seems to be a communist collectivist coming together to, I guess, have more control over the environment. And I'm not saying that alpha males have an ideological connection to the divine where they know that nature will provide, but at the moment, like, here I am stood in front of Salford City Council, and the figures for around Salford and Scotland, strangely enough, is that the council, the government, and the government services employs 1 in 5 people. And in the private sector, they're taking 20% income tax from low earners and 40% income tax from high earners. So this isn't just a parasite on society. Government is a cancer, a mutating, high-powered cancer tumor that, you know, realistically probably controls and occupies 70–75% of all energy, money, projects. And I was walking through a very deprived little town called Eccles here in Greater Manchester the other day. It's near my house. I went for a walk, and it's basically a government-funded retirement camp for the very vulnerable and very old. And the only new buildings that weren't pound shops or pawnbrokers were these very shiny, like all-in-one library, medical practice, council benefits centre, like Salford City Council, big shiny buildings. And you can truly see how the state does try and validate its own existence by, let me use my favourite thing, the inverted commas, helping people. And outside the council building there, they had a bunch of council staff obediently wearing their little collars with the little name badge, the little ID badge that they obediently wear around the neck, because God forbid, imagine if you didn't wear your name badge and people didn't know that you worked in a secure office all day. I mean, what the fuck? And they had these staff members showing the population how to put garden waste into recycling bins. And if that wasn't absurd enough, what I found even more absurd was the reaction of these kind of dazed and confused members of the public. They were going, oh wow, yeah, wow, has this man put a twig into a black bin? And they're like, wow, yeah, show us more, council magician.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious what I'm doing?
Well, I don't understand why you're sat outside the building doing it.
Well, I'm filming my face with this small photon capturing device called the camera.
Right, but why are you sat outside the Civic Centre doing it?
Well, seeing as you're asking me questions, can I ask you why you're asking me?
Because I work on reception and somebody's actually just come in and made a comment that you were filming and talking about police raids, and they were concerned, so I've come out to ask.
They were concerned I was talking about police raids. Well, yes. Madam, with all due respect, like, I understand why you've come out if there are concerns in there. I'm a video blogger,
okay,
and I film things for a popular YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I discuss things like police actions. I discussed, what I was talking about here was a G4S truck delivery van.
Right, okay.
That in the window, this is quite interesting, because I'm a citizen journalist as well.
Right.
He had all the delivery times of all the money vans in Greater Manchester in his window,
right,
for anyone to see. And luckily, I think you could probably tell I'm not a criminal or a terrorist, but if someone was, they would have access to all the information. So that police raid chat, that's what I was talking about.
Right, okay, so you're going to put that on YouTube rather than just knocking on and telling him that it's displayed in his window and maybe you should turn it round?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your loaded question. What are you asking me?
You've just said that it was in his window,
yeah,
and you're not a criminal, but yet you're putting it on YouTube for everybody to know about.
I didn't say I put it on YouTube.
You just said you're a YouTube blogger.
Yes, but I didn't say I put that on YouTube.
Right, okay.
Anyway, listen, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not breaking the law. And I do find it a little bit offensive that you've interrupted my video when I'm just a private guy on public property doing what I enjoy doing. That's no right of you.
Yeah, but if a customer comes in with a concern to me, it's my duty to come out and make sure that everything's okay.
And have you not just done that, madam?
Yeah, I have now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, that's the council staff. They get very concerned when... Well, you heard the conversation there. Anyway, I think I'll do a second video. I think this was interesting enough just for you to see how... In fact, no, let me tie this into the hysteria. And I use the modern version of hysteria, which is both male and female. Please do not take any feminist offense at my term hysteria. I mean all humans being hysterical. How everyone is out for a scandal. Everyone is waiting to see if someone says something unpolitically correct. They're all waiting to see if they can stitch someone up, to see if someone makes a mistake, because we live in a hater culture. A hater culture where people hate themselves, they hate their own hypocrisy, they hate the fact that they're bombarded with messages of their own system, their own empire, killing, mutilating children, bombing people, destroying the poor and vulnerable. Yet, because they don't quite have the balls to do anything about it, some of us are really desperate to stick the knife in, to get the hooks and the barbs into anyone. And that woman was no exception, coming out here in that kind of authoritarian tone, saying, yeah, people have reported that you're talking about police raids. I don't think I'll be the first person, cameraman, filmmaker, to talk about police raids, and I don't think I'll be the last. So that's 10 minutes and 20 seconds, and that's enough for me. Thank you.